time for episode 22 of the Spaceblock 40 stack challenge. Yeah, continuing disasters, things continuing to just fill up with the steel. I have 34,000 steel in the logistics system, which is a bit of an issue. I don't want that. I need to be able to get the steel buffer doing other things. These guys are full. So in between I put in this other little thing that will also start topping up these kind of landfill belts beforehand. The thing I don't have is anything providing green chips, but I've also got a ton of green chips in... Okay, actually not in the network yet. But if I make this bit worse... Yeah, let's actually be honest, 200 is fine. As long as I have some of these chests, which I do, I can find somewhere else that I'm making a lot of green chips, like these guys, and now I can, part A, start researching the silo. That's pretty exciting. And part B, provide a lot of green chips here, which will mean that first of all the stack insert is going to build, which is nice, and then secondly that all of these guys... Not enough metal plate. Why not metal plate? Oh, do I need to request metal as well? That's also a thing I can do. 400 seems like a reasonable number. The only question is I don't think I've got anywhere where I'm putting that in the network, do I? I think I have... Okay, so there is a short oversupply from here. All these guys are doing whatever they can. Maybe? Like, that's not going to be capacity blocked here, but it does look like this thing has some space for me to be able to go... like here, output priority left, this usual kind of nonsense, and now we will have iron in the network that will more fully utilize... Does this guy want to be pivoted to the left? Not really, it's just working on stacks of that stuff. This guy's not even running, but all of these guys are. Do these guys want to be higher tier prod mods? I've got a lot more of these things now, don't I? What even? Oh yeah, that was the other thing I was going to... Yeah. Other things I was supposed to be working on this episode. Do I have... Sure, you guys just... Yeah, like an actual modules build is a thing I also talked about needing and not having done last time as well, so that's cool. These guys are beacons with 2s, these guys can be beaconed with 2s, as can these guys, and then everyone's a little better off. All those guys, these guys, yeah, sure, fine. Except now, is it an ore production thing, or is it just how much I'm smelting? I've got... This should be the right amount, shouldn't it? 12? That should be a whole belt? Sure. Let's deal with that later. Because the first thing I wanted to do, and why I filled in this area, is my plan for dealing with the steel oversupply is going to be to start on the stacks of these boxes. Yeah. Request like 400 steel? Sure. And then also request... I don't know if I have the red chips for this at the moment. 200 is probably fine. Request green chips as well. Have all the steel. And then this... can be where I start working on the stacks of requester chests and things like that, which is not a thing I need at all yet. This is mostly to manage the oversupply of steel that I've got. I mean, the other thing I could do is just like... I mean, I've got a couple of options. If I can get the rocket silo going... Actually, I probably need to beacon some of these things for rocket silo. Seems like it's okay. Is there a lab? There is no other lab research speed for me to get. Okay, sure. Sure, it's running. It's fine. It'll be happy. Yeah. Because I'm making all of this steel. In fact, probably when I upgrade the mixed build, I probably just don't upgrade the steel. And I probably also don't upgrade the LDS. Because all of these things are things that I have vast quantities of at the moment. And what I really need... Like, even beaconing these guys through the middle, beaconing the blue chips, beaconing the red chips, that's a big thing that I'm not going to do now. But I want passive providers, I want these things, and these guys can just all go to work. Do I actually have... I might not actually have red chips in... Because this is going to be where the place where the red chip's going to end up. And you guys are already full. That's a thing, isn't it? Now I've got RCUs in here as well. Cool, chaos buffer time. Yeah, so if I had... Do I want storage chests as well? I think I want storage chests as well. I don't think there's going to be a way to easily get storage chests in. Like, this will give me... Sure, let's just set all of this up and pretend that it's fine. I might actually limit these ones, though, because these are... I mean, this still does not strike me as... But not that. There we go. Instead, steel boxes. Where are the steel boxes? There we go. 50, sure. Give me all this back, and then you can just go over there and just like, yeah, sure. Yeah, because the other kinds of boxes I will want active providers, buffers, you know, whatever. But I kind of don't care about them that much at the moment. But just being able to turn these chests back into things that I can have more of when I've got the more red chips going is a bigger thing. And this is hopefully going to deal with some of the steel issue. I mean, like the red chips issue is still going to mean that... Actually, how am I doing for... Yeah, I'm using a decent portion of my logistics robots, fine. Power grid is fine. Actually, is power grid using 380. Like, this number is a lie. I've really only got 800 in nuclear. Because that's... No, I will have 800 when I turn on the other two reactors. At the moment, I really only have 400, yeah, the 800 of this, which is nuclear, I really only have 480 worth of, because I've only plugged in 4 reactors, but whatever. These guys are getting through it, that's fine. What do I have? So much concrete. I mean, I will need it. It's going to be useful. That's another useful place to put steel. Reinforced concrete is, you know, slowly kicking and doing a thing. Okay, sure. The next major thing to be doing... This might be a place that turns into little random Logimore stuff. This is all going well enough. It kind of isn't, though, is it? This was the bit I was going to do differently. But the thing I was going to do this differently was straight up just... This is offset the correct one, isn't it? Yeah. Let's just, like, beacon these things. And that'll produce me more stuff. Which is, you know, what I want. I mean, I'm going to get... I don't really want more steel from there. Because I'm already backed up on all of that stuff. Oh, I was going to give those Proton 3s as well, wasn't I? I have 14 of them. That's not nearly enough. Are you guys short on blue chips? Yeah, I need to go and... Upgrading the mixed build is also another thing to do. which I'm not going to do yet. I'm going to worry about landfill thus far. If I take more of these and I put them like here, that's going to give me more stuff. And then I suppose, somewhat negligently, without actually having thought about how much or where, all of these guys will need to be improved as well. I'm kind of improving that copper as well, aren't I? So I should probably do all of that and all of that. This side I guess doesn't matter because I'm not beaconing it, but whatever. And then, I mean, I'm completely guessing on this. We check whether or not it backs up later, and if it doesn't back up then it's fine. I've got a red splitter somewhere in the mix that I don't actually want to upgrade. Oh, that's that one. Okay, sure. So that's going to get me more stuff. The only thing then is I need to actually have more ore generation. So let's go down and get the bots working on that as well. Yeah, I can run along this belt. This will also deal with the fact that I've got far too much of that stuff sitting around as well. So, you know, that's a nice side effect. I guess now we see whether or not I have all the landfill that I kind of need for this and the next plan, because the next plans, and I've got 10k, okay, sure. The next plans will require a bunch of landfill, because I'm going to do you know, the fairly standard thing of trying to create more stuff without turning off the previous stuff, because, you know, that's how you get more stuff out. I'm gonna need some of this, so let's grab me some of that. That should be enough for a decent seed for a bit. These things are gonna need to be upgraded as well, aren't they? Of course they are. You're gonna need to be upgraded to there. Who knows how much that needs? Actually, that one kind of doesn't. I've kind of upgraded things I didn't need there. Sure. This one wants quite a bit of upgrade. That's also kind of important. And that will just straight up get me more in. Like, it looks like it used to be all of these were one belt, and now with about a third of this free, I'm going to have, yeah, this motley hodgepodge of, let's not upgrade that one to blue belt, this motley hodgepodge of iron, which is at least, I mean, this is doing what it needs to do. The grenades are getting what they need. These guys are filling up because I didn't limit it. Cool. And yeah, stuff is getting built. The front of the chaos buffers are taking stuff out. Okay, cool. I have got at least some of the landfill that I wanted. So let's go and get more of the landfill I wanted. And then I'm going to need to upgrade the belts on this as well, aren't I? But yeah, this is how this game is played, isn't it? It's fine. Where do the red belts go to? Red belts go to about here. Okay. Yeah, there. That's one. There is the last red belt. So that's going to give me capacity, isn't it? Blue belt, which I don't want. Red belt. Yep. Do I even want? I do. That's a good plan as well. Let's wander down here and change this output priority to left, because the rest of this is just like, I don't really care about the steel. I can quite happily handle having a bunch less steel. Did I? Yeah, let's also, because this is going to be a thing, upgrade some of that. Do I need to? Are these guys going to struggle? Are these normal assemblers, what normal inserters, going to struggle to pick up the ore from the red belt? On the answer looks like no, which is fine. And now almost everyone's running here, and now this has got more stuff, and the grenades have run out of iron again? Sure, some weird phasing thing there, whatever. Rocket silo research is ticking along, running down the blue science. That's fine. Bots are actually not especially busy. This is all looking pretty good. Except that I actually need to be able to give you... Oh, you did get enough. Okay, so those guys are working on stuff. Important and interesting test. Let's do a thing. Let's just see if this actually achieves anything. Because these guys are saying they might play nice with some modules, but don't have any allowed modules. So what does that mean? Does that mean these guys will benefit from speed beacons, but I can't actually put speed modules in them? So that's what we're going to test now. Yeah. That's... I actually probably need more of this as well, don't I? These guys are all running because we've fully fired up the acid, which is cool. I could actually beacon them for more. Do I need to beacon them for more? No, I'm just already working on the stacks. Fine. That's kind of getting stuff done. Wall is also... I'm going to be done on the wall stacks as well, which is kind of wild. These... Yeah, sure, whatever, don't care about them yet. I do need more red chips. And these guys are pulling almost everything off the belt. And I am pulling... I'm not actually pulling all that much steel out of the... Sure. Okay. Crafting speed 1.5. They are not receiving effects of beacons. Because these guys down here are also 1.5, aren't they? They are. So, beaconing these guys is just not a thing. That is a useful thing to know about. Smash some more of this in, because this is how this works, isn't it? This is how this game is played. I will have to... Wait, did I? I think... I have another iron build over here, and then more coal build over here that I don't need either. That's just full now. Yeah, more iron build over here that I never actually got around to seeding properly. And then this copper build, which I talked about extending, and it doesn't actually look like I need to. I don't need to for either of them, because all things just filled up. Okay, that... To be true, that is because the blue science is now off, because I still have 1,000 blue science just sitting in this chest, which is actually... It's still more science than the other kinds of science that I have sitting in the chest. Okay, so that's fine. Get more of the stuff going without thinking about exactly how much. You guys got that done. Thanks. Bring me all the things. I don't even know if there's going to be belt capacity issues at this point. It looks like there's enough space on the belts for everybody to get everything done, but I'm going to upgrade these patches of belt too, because it feels like it's a good idea. Like it looks like towards the end of this yellow belt, the stuff's starting to get congested. And the whole point of this setup is that there's always, like, these guys need to be able to find space on the belt to be able to put their stuff in. So that's going to significantly increase the iron throughput. And yeah, this has in fact significantly increased the iron throughput. Both of these belts are full now. The grenade, sure, yeah, everyone's completely fine. These guys might be a little short of cogs, but I don't think that's any kind of problem at all. I'm still sitting on a bunch of speed modules that I don't really have any plans to do anything with. That's fine too. Rocket silo is about to be done, so what I think I should actually do is go and get the components that I need to build at least one rocket silo. Is that true? That's actually not true at all, is it? Launching rockets is kind of useless without also having the science happening on them. That's kind of a main point. So we're going to do that. Bots are still, yeah, bots are busy. Bots are doing useful things. It's fine. I was going to give these guys more stuff as well, wasn't I? It's just like, yeah, we're not going to bother counting any of these things. We're not going to bother calculating how much we need. It's negligence phase. We can upgrade all of that. I guess we kind of have to sit around for these guys to... Yeah, and I could do more of these guys as well. Nice. Yeah, I kind of have to sit around, wait for the bots to bring me these things so that I can see them properly. This is the disadvantage of this plan. That the mixed build... Oh wait, the mixed build also... Yeah, I actually don't need any of this thing anymore. Because... Why are you... Oh, interesting. That's all of this because this guy is pumping stuff out and these guys are not getting things. Because yeah, I was going to move all of these around, wasn't I? And I'm actually prioritizing it into the rocket fuel. Yeah, this is all kind of a terrible plan, isn't it? It's fine. It'll be fine. We'll go and do that next. We had to look at stuff for the rocket anyway. So the mixed build dying is kind of a thing. It's not a thing that I was, like... It was on my radar of things that could happen, which I'm kind of okay with. But I kind of also needed to move the rest of that oil processing there anyway. And yeah, the reason for killing the seed lines here for the mixed build is I want to upgrade all of this stuff. Everything's running out of fuel. Hilarious. I want to upgrade all of this stuff before I do any more mixed builds, and that will mean that there's more of this stuff over here. But I think that also might happen. Have you guys stopped in a responsible manner enough? Sure. You guys are just blasting it because I told you to, and you're, yeah, sure, whatever. I don't actually think I'm going to use lights now, especially now that I've got, and the lights are nearly done. Especially now I've got the night vision stuff. Yeah, okay, so the thing I need, yeah, awkward. The thing I need for the silo is actually blue chips, which I kind of don't have. Okay. Okay, so I need to set a recipe, and then I can get these guys back, and then I can unset the recipe again. Yeah, 9. 9 is not a fantastic number of blue circuits. I remember saying I was going to do a blue circuit thing down here, but I think I'm not going to at the moment. I think the thing to do right now is figure out how to get more of this back online. And the first part of that is going to be emptying all of these guys. Being continually horrified at the state of modules in my inventory. This should at least get a decent amount of the mixed build back online, and should also make it a whole lot easier for me to move. Oh, do you guys... Yeah, you guys have got a stack each as well. Sure, give me all that back. Yeah, so this is now going to get me more fuel down these lines. All these mixed builds are struggling, but these guys are going to hold on to their internal buffers, and so will take a while to restart, but will also just be sad, which is fine. And then, yeah, all of this stuff. I've got to kick off a large job with the bots. That's going to be how we're going to have to do this. Are you guys getting powered? You guys should be powered somehow. Because the thing I actually need to do, and you're going to need to move as well, which is why I put that one over here. I did not pick up any bots. Okay, I did not pick up any bots, sure. Yeah, we're going to have to do some disastrous things, so let's do this from the map view. This is the key I want, and then the first thing is going to be to actually remove all of that stuff. And then move it from here down one tile so that it all gets hit by the beacons. Then I can actually put it in some other beacons as well, so you know that sounds like fun. And then this beacon's in actually a kind of bad place, so let's put that in a better place. Okay, so the reason it's weird is this gap is just dumb. That's fine. That's the thing I can handle. Okay, so reconnect that. All of these input lines are now busted, which is fine. Those guys can just... I think I might even get rid of that entire grid, because the plan is not to need it. But all these guys are running again. This thing... we can just hack that in just fine. And then... actually, we can even hack that in better than just fine. This... okay, maybe not better than just fine. Because this bit... maybe we just do it a different way. So that's the... this is now the rocket fuel supply reconnected, which is, you know, that's an important thing. Let's actually do this bit first. Let's go... yeah, all those guys are running out of power, which is actually kind of the point. We'll do all of this stuff. This is not how this is staying. This is just the first cut, because we're beginning these guys as well. So halfway is about here. So you guys can go like that, and then also so yeah, so now some of these are... all of these guys can get pod modded as well. Look at all of that. Nice useful stuff. So we've got one guy without pod mods. These guys are running out of fuel, which is fine. That was kind of the point, so that they empty faster. We've got all these guys on one belt. We've got these guys on another belt, and 5. How many did I put over here? 12. Okay, that's fine. Take off the input priority, and now we've got... need to kind of do this a little bit differently as well. Where are some undergrounds? Here are some undergrounds that I can queue. I mean, I could also just have my logistics bots request these. Is that going to do what I need to? I think the answer to that is yes. The input priority kind of doesn't matter. And then I think this is going to be okay. Let's get rid of the power grid now. We can put something else in there. I might not put something else in there. I don't know yet. But we've got space now. These guys... I can actually beacon these guys harder if I need to. I can beacon these guys harder if I need to as well. They've only got one... oh yeah, because the whole thing is these guys... what's a decent copyable block of that? Let's not do that, but let's do that. Sure. So that's hopefully going to get us more stuff. These guys are beaconed, which is fine. These guys are also beaconed. Can I get... I think I probably can. Nearly, but not quite. Because with these guys being beaconed, and these guys also being beaconed, but the extra production being over here... Sure, whatever. This stuff will be accessible to these guys who are beaconed, but not like these ones will be undersupplied because they are beaconed on this side, but these guys have not increased their supply. So by connecting them across here, this additional generation can now be shared on both sides, and hopefully I have more of these. I mean, I might actually also not. The thing to do about that is press the wrong keys and then upgrade all these guys like this. Because this will A, slow them down, and also B, get me more stuff out. You know what? Time for you guys to do things as well. I need to put that back, it's kind of important. Can I squeeze through here? Yes. Because I may as well also. I mean, Prod Mod 2s are apparently what I'm doing now, so I'm fine with that. Where... I broke a pipe somewhere. Is it this pipe I broke? Yes. Yes, that's an important pipe. Okay. Light oil is getting blasted. Light oil is getting blasted because I didn't connect it to the cracking yet, did I? All of that's going just fine. And is looking pretty happy. And then over here is the new way. We've got to figure out how to, and it might actually be pretty easy. But it can't go there, but it can go here. And then we do a similar kind of thing. Light oil bigger than 20k, which is my default, like, please keep me this amount of stuff and then deal with the rest. Yeah, so I need more blue chips, and I don't think I necessarily have the blue chips. Like, I don't even know that I have... I mean, okay, so, here's my red chips. And then also, here's my other investment of red chips. Is all of this stuff turning back on yet? I mean, the nature of these buffers and these things being fast inserters means that not much gets past, which is okay, but more of this should be turning on, which means that these guys should be giving me more red chips. But I think I'm still going to think about somewhere that has acid going by. That doesn't have very much acid. This is pumping the acid out. This has acid. Yeah, because I know I've got a lot of green chips in the network here, which is great, and I've got a lot of red chips on my person. And this is definitely enough, especially if I have modules. Oh hey, I have module 3s. Let's share these around a bit. There we go. Did I also have... Yeah, this will upgrade from 2s to 3s, so I can find out how many I'm missing. And... don't actually want to upgrade the inserters. Okay, fine. Yeah, so... I mean, the other place I was thinking about acid is down here, right? Like, this has a lot of acid that's free, and this has... slightly dodgy roboport coverage, so it's actually further away from the other one, isn't it? How far does this have acid? Actually, no. It also doesn't have high quality modules, so let's go and address that. Because running around with expensive modules on my person and putting them in the machine personally is like apparently what's happening now. It's how things are going to work. Why do you not... Oh, because you're not filling these boxes, you're using that iron to... Sure. I guess that's a thing you can do. These three guys... Module... Maybe that gets me... Oh, because I also beaconed... Yeah, I also beaconed these guys. And so these guys are getting more work done. Sure. And I've got a surplus, which is nice. These guys are... Yeah, sure. All of that is fine. I don't need to worry about looking at that. I could also upgrade this entire space matter thing. Actually, how much space matter do I have just floating around? I'm kind of working on the stacks of space furnaces, which is a little bit bizarre. This is not what I was expecting. Okay, we're going to do this a nasty way. I need some assembler 3s. Here's a copy of an assembler 3. Then, so some of those guys aren't going to work. That one will though. But we're going to do nasty things. I might actually not have the acid for that, but this is all going to be about request green chips, 200 of them, sure. One of those goes in there. One of these guys comes out here. I think I'm just going to use a regular chest for these. These don't seem like a big deal. That does in fact get in the way, doesn't it? Never mind. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, I'm sure it was... I've got these on the network, aren't I? I'm producing these. I'm producing a lot of these. Yeah, Logibots now are getting more work to do, which is fine. These guys can go like this. That was not evenly spaced. I don't even think I care. And yeah, this is going to be... This is going to be me making... Let's make this worse. You know, let's not build over the path. It'll be fine. Power grid is still completely fine. Yeah, so this is going to be... You guys don't need that many of those. Thank you, autosave. This is going to be me just making a bunch of blue chips for the purpose of building a silo. The other thing I don't need, which I kind of have right here, so let's just, you know, let's just do that, is I otherwise don't have anything making me solar panels. So we're going to do that now. Is that going to be in the way? Solar panels. We're going to need a lot of these. We're also going to need accumulators, of which I have also not got any of that yet. This is going to eat a lot of steel, which I think I'm fine with, because I probably still have... Oh boy. Because the blue science... Yeah, the blue science is turned off. That's fine. That is a solution that I had ready to go that I just wasn't quite ready for, wasn't quite expecting. That is going to cut down the number of red chips that I'm... Actually, I think I like that. You know, that's definitely better. It's going to cut down the amount of steel by a little bit, and also the amount of red chips coming through here, which is going to be necessary. These guys are not running because, yeah, because blue chips. And I kind of need all of those things. Anyway, you guys are going to give me this stuff. Because I'm going to need... I think I just... Yeah, these were going to be rocket blue chips. As in silo blue chips, but I think they actually have to be these guys' blue chips. About 28, sure. Because... I mean, I am waiting on the blue science to turn up. That's kind of the important bit of all of this. Blue science is... I missed some of them. Did I miss any of the others? Running, the two that I missed. Yeah, so this should be all of that working again. So all of the sushi is back. Okay, fine. I guess also because I'm making just stacks of beacons. Beacon's also one of the other stacks that I'm just working on now, apparently. Probably a red chips thing with a decent modules and decent assemblers is another thing I should think about, but I'm actually not going to yet. Getting these guys. I do need another three. Another three? I need another 4 prod mod 3s. So, handled. That's that done. I'm suffering. I mean, I say I'm suffering for red chips, but also I've got another 700 purple science banked up, and I've got to, that's more than I need, especially considering I've also got the extra 20% productivity here. So all I need is this blue science to turn up, and we can start researching a silo. And I've blasted copper production. How have I blasted copper production? I guess I upgrade this harder. Why are these guys? Yeah, that's going to be a deal, isn't it? I mean, sure, the batteries are taking some off, but I also kind of need to improve that throughput if I wanted to achieve anything there. I guess it's okay. I guess the batteries are already taking enough, and it's fine. I just want these guys to be working, and I want more of it to get here so that it can go in these chests and be taken over here by the lodger bots to where it can be turned into more landfill, of which I do at least have 14k, so I can expand that when I need to. That's all pretty nice. Yeah, let's see if I have... I'm gonna need... Where am I? I'm making pipes in the other one, aren't I? Am I? I'm pretty sure I'm buffering electric engines, aren't I? Yeah, we're now thinking about running around picking up all the things we need for silo components. Regular engine stack is complete. So there's not going to work. I'm trying to figure out how I can get sulfur. Okay, I mean, this is how I get sulfur. Sulfur. Okay, so I'm just done with engines. I am construction robots. Yeah, so we'll just fill up the stack. So we're working on construction robots. Engines are done. Sulfur is just like we're just pulling that off pretty quickly, and that's fine. It's not a big deal. 2 stacks of pipes. I need a lot of steel. I have a lot of steel here. That's all I needed. Concrete. Got to go check on the blue chips. All these lodger bots are taking green chips down to the blue chips, which is nice. This is going to need to, I'm going to need a proper solar build. That's very nearly the number I need. That's actually the number I need. That's what I need for that. Cool. Concrete, I'm not going to take from there. I'm going to take from the place that's actually making concrete. This is all still a gigantic mess. Is that clogged up again? I mean, sure. I don't even care enough at this point to fix it. It can just be a mess and continue to be a mess for a while. Concrete. Is this concrete? No, it's not full. Cool. That's enough concrete. Then the other thing is, I just need... I was where the electric engines were, and I wandered away from the electric engines like a silly person. Was I? No, I was where the other engines were. The actual electric engines are over here. They're by the down here, right? I am at least buffering some of these guys. I am working on a chest of them. Cool. Okay. Silo time. I have some engines that I don't actually want. I have a bunch of stuff in my inventory that I don't want. These guys... Yeah, I actually need... That is the offending piece of belt right there. That's why all of this is backed up. So when this backs up, these guys will be able to empty properly. Okay, let's go and help out with that, because I'm nice. I got a steel buffer there that I'm never going to use. Yeah, you can just like have all of that stuff. That's fine. Sulfur, I was going to take like one random piece of sulfur that I'm going to not bother building the silo yet, because I'm going to hand deliver this single piece of sulfur to this asset build, because that's apparently worth my time. Cool, sure. Yeah, those guys could get beaconed as well, but I actually don't need to yet. These guys could also request more cogs, except they are all running, so it's fine. Beacon module, that thing, is also on the list of stuff that kinda needs to happen. Okay, this is kind of the business end of... Is it? It's kind of not. There's still a lot to do. This is often regarded business end. But there is, this being a different kind of run, there's actually also a lot more stuff to do. Am I gonna just... Yeah, I'm just gonna spaghetti that in. I need some of these things. Yeah, still a lot of steel turning up off the belt. Sure, it's fine, whatever. Can I... Oh, wow. All of this is backed up now. Sure. Okay. I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, let's go like here and there. I guess I'm just letting that refill. Sure. This is like not one of the things I really care about at the moment, because negligence phase. Okay, we'll do that. We'll bring this guy down. Yeah, I might actually have to do a red belt, so I'm not feeling bad about building over the road that I built over in other places, but it's also just fine. This one is over here. I cut a hole in here for that purpose. And yeah, now we can nearly start. What didn't I have? I'm sure I had, when I gave all the steel to the engines build, I also gave them my production 3 modules, which I kinda want. Someone over here we go, someone over here has prod mod 3s, which, I mean, they're important to me, but that particular process is not especially important to me. Does this red ammo end up getting enough steel? Yes, by a lot. It's actually just not short of copper either. They're all running, it's fine. Let's get the silo going. Okay, we can do that, we can do that. We can then... I mean, that could be offset one more, but I kind of don't care. Is that one? Yeah, that one can disappear as well. We'll offset these ones properly, and then we'll like figure out how to power these things like this. And yeah, we're now building rocket parts. This is a good place to be. Let's put some of that stuff there. Let's put... I have stack and soda somewhere, probably, maybe. Where's a stack and soda I can queue? Am I just gonna walk down and pick up a stack and soda? No. Blue science is kind of sad, but it's fine. Actually need more rubber ports. I'm gonna have rubber port coverage here, I guess, because I kinda need to reorganize those labs as it is. It's gonna get everything in range, sure. And then this is gonna be satellites, of which I cannot actually make yet. Yeah. I can go over here. I can have two of these things. This is all going to be set up pretty nicely. That doesn't need to be there. It can be there, which is good, and it can be here. And I'm kind of hemming myself into this labs design, which is a bit of a disaster. But sure. And yeah, this is going to be... Oh, you guys are doing it for me. Thanks. Oh yeah, because in addition to all the ones on my person, I've got... Where is it? Yeah, I'm quietly working on the stacks of prod mods and speed mod 2s as well, sure. Yeah, so we got a rocket. We're not going to do anything about it yet. Kind of want space science to finish first, which depends on these guys finishing first. These guys I never actually upgraded, did I? Everything else, this is still going at the normal half rate of when these guys were tier 2 assemblers instead of tier 3 assemblers. That's why only half these things are running. Is that a thing I do? I think that is a thing I deal with now. I think we're going to call that the last thing to happen this episode. We've got a rocket that's kind of ready to go. I'm going to go... Are those all the combinations of things I want? I think so, yes. That actually... I don't actually want all of the module upgrades in that, but I do want everything else to get upgraded. The problem with this is that I do not have nearly the throughput of resources that I need. Oh, you guys already upgraded all the module 2s? Sure. I guess that's the thing you could do. Yeah, I don't really have the throughput of raw materials that I need to have this build still work at this rate, which is a thing I'm not going to worry about right now. You're still just doing everything you can. I can actually beacon that. Okay, sure. We're going to put a beacon in here, and this is going to turn into a splitter, because over here we're going to be making explosives, but this space needs to be picked up by this so it can transfer to here. But the main reason why we did this is so we can have a beacon here, and speed plus 60, so you're now doing crafting speed of 1. To be honest, I'd probably prefer that you continue to do that, because you're going to get a lot more out now. And you are going to need to upgrade. And in all that time, we've kind of faffed about kind of enough for space science to actually get close to completing, which is going to be a nice milestone for the episode, because it will let me set this request chest and this import, except that I'm also not making accumulators anywhere, which I think is also why... Didn't I have somewhere over here I had a batteries feed? Drone parts, batteries. Yeah, so if I've got iron, which I kinda do, and I've got batteries, I can kinda make accumulators here, and that's gonna be the thing that stops me from making this stuff. I've got rocket fuel. I'm running out of blue ships, which is fine. Have a lot of LDS, that's fine. Have a lot of rocket fuel, that's fine. Solar panels I'm now making. Radars, I've not automated radars. That's so interesting. I should automate radars somewhere, so that's going to be the last thing we do. You know, because there's a lot of things like that. Let's just keep researching stuff. What are you guys done? Lights are done. Lights can now do radars. Yeah. So we're working on radar stacks, we've done light stacks, we've done a bunch of these things, we've got a lot of stack inserters, we've got a bunch of random faff sitting around in here as well, which just does not matter, but I mean we'll request it all at the end anyway, so that's fine. We got a silo, we don't have all of the things we need for the satellite, but that's fine. We do have a rocket. I could fire one rocket off just because, but I don't think I will. I've now got like a bit of a hole in these things. Have I actually... Yeah, these guys can actually be pulling LDS off the belt again, which is kind of amazing. Are all these guys running again? Yes. Should I build a radar? Also, yes. Oh no, some of these guys aren't running yet. It's fine. They probably will. They probably will soon. How is this? Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, sure. All that stuff's doing stuff. This is full. These guys are not all of these guys are producing. All of these guys producing. Do I have raw oil throughput issues? It doesn't look like some of these are running. Maybe. Is that even a thing I care about fixing? I don't even think it is. I think I'm just going to let it do that. Yeah. So I think next we basically got to build some accumulators, because if we can get some accumulators going, and also some more blue chips, and also the landfill I needed to make all of that work, although at this point... I'm looking at 16k landfill in the network, so it's probably fine. Yeah, we're just kicking along with things. We got rockets happening. We got all the rocket components. We're close to launching satellites. We could just kick that off and start working on stacks of space science, which I will absolutely need. Yeah, we're generally pretty happy. We're still hand feeding the military science, which is a thing I think I'm kind of okay with. Yeah, I wasn't really planning on having more than 16 stacks of this. 20 stacks is the number of things I've got, because I can, like, fill these up. And then all the other military science, I just guess is just going to live here for when I need it next. Sure. Yeah, do you need rocket fuel? You do need rocket fuel. Yeah. Okay, sure. Logistics 3 finished as well, kicking through all the technologies that we need, and several that we don't. I mean, let's kick off laser totes, because laser totes are going to be, I think, the next thing that I'm just going to slowly pour a lot of resources into. And yeah, we got a base. It's doing stuff. It's making a lot of landfill. It needs to make more landfill. I probably have... Oh, I've got some terrible sushi situation here. You guys are also just like smelting everything you can, so it's probably okay. That's going to be the mining productivity. I've got a lot more stuff that I'm not processing off because I don't have the mining productivity. That was one of the things that, that's exactly the reason why that is not viable. Anyway, yeah, good times. Episode 22, getting a lot of stuff done. I'm actually running down the side stockpiles. That's now empty. This used to be about 900, it's less. Getting a lot of work done. Yeah, good times. Power grid is close to what I'm generating with nuclear. Okay, yeah, fine, sure, good. Yeah, 21 hours. about to do satellite stuff. Cool.